November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, bringing attention to a disease that affects more than 6.7 million people across the United States.
And there's no cure for this horrific disease, but now there's some new hope for people and their families who are battling this illness.
Hope, that's everything, right? Nina Pineda has a look at a groundbreaking clinical trial and then sits down with Dr. Sutton to talk about it. Take a look.
I knew that I couldn't just sit in the corner and cry about it, but I wanted to see if I can get better.
Jerry Bello, holder of 2 master's degrees, environmental consultant, husband and father, went to be tested for Alzheimer's at the urging of his wife, Nadine.
When I started noticing repetitive things, forgetful things, I said, let's just get you checked out. And we went to a neurologist, and he tested positive. There was some amyloid plaque building in the brain. So I said, well, what do we do now? I don't want him to get worse. And the neurologist gave us Dr. Popka's name.
It's a good one for her to do.
Dr. Michelle Popka is the founder of the Cognitive Research Center of New Jersey. Last year, Jerry Bello enrolled in a double-blind study of a new drug called Kisunla.
It's actually the first time in my career of doing clinical trials, which has been over 30 years, that we contributed to putting a drug on the market that now people can get from their doctors, is FDA approved, and helps modify the course of the disease. So it's really, really exciting.
This thing came across my phone and said, are you interested in a clinical trial on Alzheimer's? And I went, yes.
Connie Hagelin wasn't experiencing memory loss, but the former retail VP enrolled in the drug trial when she struggled to juggle life's demands as a wife, mom, and busy grandmother.
My life is full and I'm always going. So I noticed that things just got harder.
After taking the medication, a routine MRI revealed a brain bleed, a common side effect.
It didn't freak me out at all. The drug pulls the amyloids through the blood vessel. They're in the blood vessel with the plaque. It's like plaque on your teeth, I think. Pulls the amyloid out, and as it does, a little tiny blood escapes. So to me, none of this was scary.
Both Connie and Jerry say they felt improvements throughout their clinical trials. The FDA cleared Eli Lilly's monthly infusions for use by adults with mild cognitive impairment in July, after the research showed a promising slowing of decline in memory and thinking abilities. It's being sold under the brand name Kisunla.
I just had the most clear-mindedness. So definitely something changed.
It was like these magic doors opened up.
Do you feel that the clinical trials have improved your memory?
Definitely.
To think that we could be so close to answers, and more importantly, getting people to come in and be screened.
For us as a family, it's a lot of hope.
We are, well on our way to finding a cure, and every person out there has an opportunity to try to help and to contribute to finding a cure. And we will, because we have to.
And such optimism there. I mean, Dr. Darian Sutton is joining us now. Many consider this a really breakthrough drug. What are your thoughts?
I think it's phenomenal when you talk about helping people give their autonomy back, give their strength back, but it's still a long way to go. We have a tremendous amount of research to get done, but it starts with screening, talking to your doctor about symptoms so that if you need, you can get that early treatment, because it always leads to a better outcome.
What could you do with lifestyle changes that might encourage your brain to stay healthy?
Everyone does know someone. I have a history of Alzheimer's disease within my family. I know this diagnosis very well. And it's something surprising to me when you do the research. You find that up to 40% of cases of dementia overall are preventable. Sleep is one of those modifiable risk factors. Getting less sleep has actually been shown to be associated with increased rates of advanced brain aging or brain atrophy, where you lose brain matter. The food that we eat, you think about that all the time. We talk about medications, but what we put on our body is really important. Having a diet rich in vegetables, low in meat, low in saturated fat, low in sugar, daily exercise. That helps with our cardiovascular health. Also, making sure that you're getting screened for diabetes and high blood pressure, because many people go without knowing about this diagnosis, and that can detrimentally affect your brain over a long run.
And I see also, aside from exercise and diet, really just being with people and making sure that our older friends stay engaged.
Staying social actually has been shown to be associated with reducing the risk of cognitive cognitive decline, which is our goal.
And the doctor there that has the clinics in New Jersey and the patients that actually felt such a sense of pride, they participated in a study that brought this drug through FDA approval. But it is a commitment when you want to be part of a clinical drug trial.
It is certainly a commitment. You have to talk to your primary provider, number one, to understand what you're getting into. And these trials are open to the public. It's easy to search, and I always encourage everyone, try to get involved.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Sutton.
Of course.
I mean, 1 in 5 women and 1 in 10 men. Let's hope that there is a cure very soon.